Hello, and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless right here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and in California and the whole US of A. The whole wide world if we could do something about it, but we have to start where we are. We have to start making life better for the poor people right here in California, right here in Santa Monica. We don't have to wait for some other administration to come to our White House. We need to be working on things right here in California, where we have a democratic government. And a democratic government that hasn't been doing its job about building affordable housing and lifting people out of poverty. We need to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives right here in this 4th largest economy of the whole wide world. California, that's right. We are the 4th largest economy in the whole wide world. No reason for us to have to wait on anybody to make positive change in the lives of the poor and the homeless here in California. We don't have to wait for anybody to say it's okay to raise taxes on your rich people. Raise taxes on the rich. 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 That's right, Santa Monica. Right here in Santa Monica, you need to raise taxes on the billionaires. You need to raise taxes on the empty and vacant buildings here in Santa Monica while we're in a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis. We need to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. And I know this well. I know it's difficult to do things because I'm on this Measure GS Resident Oversight Committee here in Santa Monica, California. For every $8 million property sold, 8 million or more, there's a 5% tax that goes to this Measure GS fund. And out of that fund, half of it goes to the schools here in Santa Monica, which is wonderful. But the other half is supposed to go to help lifting people out of poverty, helping people have a decent place to live, building affordable housing. Hello, Ethan. I was looking for you. I didn't see you. Good to see you. Lifting people out of, making sure that they build affordable housing with part of that Measure GS fund. And the other part is to keep people in the housing they have. If people are facing eviction, it's supposed to help them, those people that are facing eviction and other problems here in Santa Monica. That's what this Measure GS fund is supposed to do. But right now, so far, they've got $40 million sitting in the Measure GS fund. $40 million that hasn't been used. They started that tax in 2022. $40 million sitting in an account that hasn't been used to help lift people out of poverty, help build affordable housing, help people stay in the housing they have. $40 million. I hope I didn't say billion. $40 million. That's still a lot of money, even today. 40 million should be able to build some housing, affordable housing. But we're having trouble trying to find ways to spend that 40 million that'll help people. And that's a real shame. It's a real shame that there aren't more programs in place to help build affordable housing, and that everybody makes it so hard to build affordable housing here in Santa Monica, California. Right over here on 4th Street, they've been talking about building affordable housing structure of 122 units since 2018, they've been talking about it. They tore down an old parking structure over there on 4th Street. They're supposed to build a 122-unit affordable housing complex. And right now it is pickleball courts. Pickleball courts over there. That's right, they got a pickleball store right next to it as well. They're making money off of this place that should be affordable housing. And I was told that they are going to build affordable housing there, but it won't start until 2030. Hello, Coco, robot. Do you have a place to go and sleep tonight? Because there are human beings sleeping on the streets. Are you going to get cleaned up and charged up and taken care of while you take other people's jobs? Because there are human beings sleeping on the streets. Tell your owners. I have to talk to Coco, the robot, whenever it comes by, because we have to remember that as we're moving into this technological age where we're giving more and more jobs to the robots and artificial intelligence, we are pushing more people out into the streets. We're having more homeless people every day. We're not moving in the other direction here in California. We haven't gotten to the place where we're having more people housed every day than people being unhoused. So we need to work at it. And that's why I'm on this Measure GS Resident Oversight Committee, to try and help the city council figure out ways to spend their money to help build affordable housing and help keep people in the housing that they have here. But it's not going well. So far, the only money that has been spent in that Measure GS fund, the only money that has been spent for somebody who is a manager who is overseeing programs that Santa Monica has in place. And one of those programs is giving people who are homeless a choice between going through programs that the county has set up and going through a drug program or some other such thing, or going to jail. That's their choice here in Santa Monica for a lot of these homeless people. Either you get off the streets and go through some program to get your mind right, or you're going to go to jail. That's right. We have to realize here in Santa Monica, California, and California and the whole U.S. of A., that we have a law here in the U.S. of A. called the Americans with Disabilities law. And that law says that it doesn't matter whether you have physical disabilities or mental disabilities or whether you have a substance abuse disorder. We all have the same rights in this country, and we need to stand up for the rights of those people. So these people that are given a choice between going through some drug program or some other kind of program to get their minds right, or jail because they're homeless. That's right. That's the reason they're coming up to these people. They're not going house to house in Santa Monica. They're not going house to house in Santa Monica and saying, if you have a drug addiction problem or if you have a mental illness problem that is a problem, you have to go through a program or be sent to jail. No, they're not giving that choice to people who live in housing. They're giving that choice to people who are living on the streets because they don't want to see people on the streets here in Santa Monica. And that's why here in Santa Monica, you won't see anybody pitching a tent. Anybody who pitches a tent, that tent's going to come down right away. Because they don't stand for that here in Santa Monica. They'll give you a citation right away if you don't take down your tent. Other places around LA, they'll let people put up their tents and tell them to tear it down, and they'll come around with cleanup crews and they'll take all their stuff and throw it in garbage. They'll throw all their possessions in garbage except except what can fit in a 60-gallon bag. That's right. They'll say, you can keep everything you can fit in this 60-gallon bag, and we're throwing away all the other stuff. And they're just making it harder and harder on homeless people. They're not building affordable housing here. They're just making it harder for people to survive during a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis. I'm not happy about it. And we need to tell the city council here in Santa Monica, you need to defund that position of that manager of homelessness prevention initiative incentives, homelessness prevention incentives. The manager of that needs to be defunded by the Measure GS fund, because that is not working towards building affordable housing or keeping people in the housing they have. These are programs that are punitive against homeless human beings. They want to punish the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. Ain't got no sweet song. Ain't got no happy heart today. Sometimes it all goes wrong. Sometimes wanna fly away to somewhere free. Fly away where you can be. Fly away where there's blue sky. Fly away where there's no one asking why. Fly away. Fly away. Oh, fly away. Ain't got no sweet song. Ain't got no happy heart today. Sometimes it all goes wrong. Sometimes I wanna fly away to somewhere free. Fly away where I can just sit and be. Fly away to somewhere new. Fly away where all the skies are always blue, blue, blue. Fly away, fly away. Fly away, fly away. Just fly away. We'll see where that song goes. My point is, I'm not very happy with Santa Monica right now. And it's okay to not be happy with Santa Monica. The other people on this Measure GS committee, some of them say, well, we don't want to make any waves. We don't want to make any waves about Santa Monica not doing its job about building affordable housing. I'm sure they'll get to it. No, that's what this whole Measure GS fund is about. This tax is saying the government of Santa Monica hasn't done enough to help people stay in housing and build affordable housing. So the Measure GS fund tax is supposed to help move them in a better direction. And if they're not moving in a better direction, if the Santa Monica City Council is dragging its feet like Santa Monica has done for generations about building affordable housing, and keeping people in the housing they have, then we need to push them forward. We need to tell them this money is only used, this Measure GS tax money is only used to help build affordable housing and to keep people in the housing that they have. And if you use it for any other thing, we got to tell you no. And if you're using it to punish poor people for being poor and homeless people for being homeless and trying to get poor people out of Santa Monica, you need to be told, no, that's not what that money's for. And that's what I'm going to continue to speak out about. And I hope people join me. I'm going to keep speaking out, even if it's just on this promenade, but I'm going to continue to speak out in these meetings. And I guess I'll have to go to some more city council meetings and tell them what I think. I don't know if it'll make any difference because they have 192 acres of land coming to the city from the Santa Monica airport. 192 acres of land, and they don't want to use a single acre for any affordable housing. Can you imagine how inhumane, how irresponsible it is for a city like Santa Monica not to even consider to put to the voters, listen, we should build some affordable housing with some of this 192 acres of land. And we need to find different ways to build affordable housing to make it cheaper than $1 million a unit. Prefabricated places, making sure that you take some of these old commercial buildings and change them into affordable housing. There are things that can be done, but we need leaders who believe in standing up for the poor and making things better for those that are in need. And it really, I'm just so very upset about it. And I hope we can all speak out and tell these leaders right here in Santa Monica, show that progressive government can work. If you're serious about helping the poor and building affordable housing, make some positive changes right here in Santa Monica. Because we've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy here in Santa Monica. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for Santa Monica to be the second most unaffordable city in the whole country. It's right next to our public beaches, 800 miles of public beaches in this state. And Santa Monica is right next to our public beaches and makes a very nice profit off of our public beaches. And it's done a terrible job of building affordable housing. It's done a terrible job of lifting people out of poverty and making things better for poor human beings. It's done a great job of making the rich more comfortable and pushing the poor people down the road. And we need to say, no, we have to move in a better direction. We have to keep integrating our society. We don't need to segregate our society because we push all the poor people out and we only let them come into our city to do the labor and to do the work and then send them back out miles away, hours away to suffer and struggle. We have the climate scientists saying that the temperature, as the temperature rises, continues to rise. This is their theory, that the temperature will continue to rise here on Earth. And that we're going to have more people live next to the coast because it's going to be a more temperate climate and it's going to be better air quality right next to our ocean. So we got to stop pushing more and more people out into the desert where they will certainly die a little more quickly and we'll have to spend more and more money to have energy for people living out in the desert as the temperature rises and rises and rises. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Oh, it's getting a little hot in here. They'll probably want to come near the ocean. until we make some changes. And I don't know if we're going to make changes fast enough, because we're going to be developing energy. We're going to be creating energy for all this artificial intelligence and the robots. We're going to have little kids on bicycles powering artificial intelligence warehouses. That's right. We're going to put the old people on bicycles and have them, if you want to talk on the phone, you have to get on a bike every day and power the artificial intelligence overlords. That's what they're going to do if we don't stand up for the rights of human beings now. Artificial intelligence should be making life easier for human beings, not harder. We need to make sure that everybody can have a basic income, at least a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and good public education. That ain't too much to ask in the richest, most powerful country in the world. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. They're not too proud to take your crust of bread, just looking for some place to lay their weary heads. How you doing, Ethan? You get ready to take off, or? That's all I know. What's happening? Huh? See you Friday? Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a good night. Everything's going okay? Yeah? Okay, good to hear. Well, you have a great night. Good to see you. Peace. Ethan Hyatt, ladies and gentlemen. You want to say hello? Hello, everybody. Hey, bringing over Ethan Hyatt. He'll say hello. Anything
Thank you for joining us tonight. We're glad you're here. Keep watching.
All right. Anything new? Anything interesting?
Yeah, good. And these freaking pickleball courts and build some places there for people to live.
That's right.
You ever all these freaking red sets and start building places for people to live? Jeez. The only criminal thing is here is that they're not helping the people get off the street.
I'm with you, Ethan Hyatt. Good to see you.
They're the criminals, not the people on the street.
That's right. We need to keep speaking up.
That's right.
That's right. We need government. We need people in government who will actually get something done, huh?
All you government people, it's time to start doing your jobs.
I'm with you, Ethan.
You're here to serve us. We're not here to serve you. You're here to serve us.
Thank you very much, Ethan Hyatt.
Start doing your doggone jobs.
I'm with you, Ethan Hyatt. Thank you. You have a great night. That's right. We need to tell our leaders, do your job, stand up for the rights of human beings, because we've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy and all their toys, and making sure that their toys are well taken care of and have housing all over the country, and make sure that they get the deals, the government deals, so that they can make more of their rich people's toys. Rich people's toys making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money. All right, Ethan Hyatt, you have a great night. Peace. Rich people's toys making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money, while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. All the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. We're doing a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. Every week we're breaking records on Wall Street. The rich are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer and sleeping in the streets, trying to survive, trying to find enough food to eat, health care, trying to find a decent place to live. We have way too many people spending way too much of their income on a decent place to live. And then we have the rest of those people that are just sleeping in the streets, are trying to sleep in the streets, but being pushed down the road whenever they're sleeping in the streets. Because places like Santa Monica don't want to see no poor people sleeping in their streets. And they don't want to build affordable housing. They just want to blame the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. That's the problem, Santa Monica. We need to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys, making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. We're doing a very good job of being kind to the greedy. We got to tell our leaders, let's step up. Let's show that something can be done right here in California. I mean, there's not a lot of hope for Trump doing anything good while he's in office. Not for the poor people, not for those in need, not for people of color, not for... Hey, Coco, you got a place to sleep tonight? They're going to charge you up and clean you up and take care of you because there are homeless people sleeping in the streets. Tell your owners. That's right. We can't expect Trump to do anything but make rich people more money and find ways to take advantage of the poor. I mean, come on, he's got his own cryptocurrency. He's got his own Ponzi scheme, a cryptocurrency. How bad a president do you have to be to say, I'm going to make my own currency? I'm going to make my own currency and sell it to people. They're going to buy pictures of me on coins like Caesar. No, we already have a currency in this country. We don't need you to take advantage of our poor people. And he really showed that he doesn't care about the poor, especially during the government shutdown. See, the Democrats shut down the government because they wanted some more affordable health care. And they wanted some assurances about not ending the subsidies to affordable health care here in this country. And the president, he said, well, if you're going to shut down the government, I'm going to stop feeding the poor. That's right. He said, I'm going to shut down these SNAP programs, these food stamp programs. I'm not gonna feed any poor people if you're going to shut down the government. That's what he said. Trump's new plan for health care is coming to the floor. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Because if you don't feed them, you don't have to treat him. And since he can't eat them, he'll starve the poor. Because if you don't food him, you don't have to include him. And since he can't shoot him, he'll starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care is going to work for sure. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. That's right. He said, if you're going to shut down the government because of health care, I'm going to starve the poor. And the court said, but Mr. President, you can't starve the poor because there's money in these funds that will help during an emergency. And he said, no, I want to starve the poor. And these courts and these judges, they said, no, Mr. President, you can't starve the poor. And he said, but I want to starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Everybody keeps talking about, well, Trump's got a plan for health care. He's coming out with a new plan for health care. We're going to see he's going to do great things for health care. And then we saw what his plans for health care was during the government shutdown. That's right. Trump's new plan for health care is coming to your door. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. Because if they're digesting, they might be protesting. Rich people invest in starve the poor. Because if they're not eating, they don't need no treating. Rich people repeating, hey, starve the poor. Trump's new plan for health care is going to work for sure. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. He'll fix poor people's health care in no time. He'll keep poor from getting sick without spending one thin dime. Let's try that again. Shall we do it again? Can I do another time on that? Trump says he'll fix health care in no time. He'll keep the poor from getting sick without spending one thin dime. Trump's new plan for health care, Obamacare no more. Trump's new plan for health care is starve the poor. That's what he thinks. That's what he wanted to do during the government shutdown. Because if you don't feed them, you don't have to treat them. And since he can't eat them, he'll starve the poor. Because if you don't food them, you don't have to include them. And since he can't shoot them, he'll starve the poor. And since he can't shoot them, he'll starve the poor. That's right. We've seen Trump's health care. That's the most important thing that we saw during the government shutdown is what he would do to the poor. He would starve them just to keep control. I got to keep control, so I'm going to starve the poor people. That's what he was saying. And we need to speak out against such actions. We need to speak out when he says these American citizens that are from Somalia, they need to go back. I don't want them here. Well, you don't have a choice. They're here, and we need to make sure that they integrate into our society. If somebody does something illegal, they need to be prosecuted for their illegalities. But that doesn't mean you should vilify a whole race of people or a whole ethnicity, a whole nationality of people. We need to stand up for the rights of human beings in this country. You know, they used to say the same thing about Irish back a century ago or so. They used to say Irish people don't need to apply Irish people are another race. They said the same thing about black people. They said the same thing about Italians and Hispanics and Latinos, Latinx. There are a lot of people that say these people don't integrate into our society well. They can't be part of our society. Well, we need to stand up for the rights of everybody in this country, no matter your race, your religion, your ethnicity, your beliefs, your gender, whether you're rich or poor. And when our president says, those people from Somalia, I don't like them, they shouldn't be here, we need to say, well, you don't have a choice. You're not the king of this country. You are simply a bad president. You are simply a president who is corrupt, and we need to let him know you're not going to be in office very much longer. And we need to make sure that people stand up and speak out against you, because that's the beautiful right we have in this country. The First Amendment of our Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. And it is so good that I can stand here on this public promenade. That's right. Let me remind everybody, this is a public promenade. This promenade does not belong to these business owners that have businesses along the promenade. This promenade belongs to the people, and we need to stand up for the right of people. If you are homeless and you are on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. And use them. Get out here and peacefully protest, speak your mind, share your thoughts, your beliefs. And we need to stand up. And the beautiful thing is I can talk about the most powerful man in the whole wide world, the President of the United States. I can tell you that he is a racist and a liar, and he's corrupt. And that is my right. That's a beautiful thing in this country. And we need to peacefully protest. Don't try to get out there and fight with federal officers. Don't try to get out there and use the courts and use the judges and peacefully protest. Speak out against racism and hatred whenever you see it, whenever you hear it. Speak out and peacefully protest, but don't commit violence. If you are committing violence in the name of progressive government, you're not helping anybody. You're part of the problem. So we need to stand up against those who would spread hate and violence no matter what side of the aisle they sit on. We need to stand up and say, if you are an American, and if you want to stand up for human rights, you stand up for the rights of everybody to disagree with you. You stand up for the rights of everybody to peacefully protest, even if you think they're 100% wrong. You stand up for their First Amendment rights, and you go with the rule of law. And if there's a National Guard on the street who has a job to do, you let them do their job, and you thank them for doing their job. And if they abuse their power, we go through the courts. We go through the processes. If the ICE agents abuse their power, we go through the courts. We go through the processes. We don't try to commit violence against any official. We try to stand up and peacefully protest and work it through the courts, because usually if we work it through the courts, we're going to win. If you're standing on the side of First Amendment rights, and if you're standing for the rights of human beings to exist, we're going to win if we stand on the side of stand up and work it through the courts. And you can see that it is happening more and more, that Trump's government has been thwarted by the courts over and over. And we need to keep working and speaking out. That's right. Keep working and speaking out. Peacefully protest. Get out there and get involved. I'd like to see more of the young people get involved in our government because, you know, when you get to be my age, your tongue starts tripping over things. But we need to keep getting involved, keep getting young people involved in our government. And when Trump starts talking about war, going to war in Venezuela, I mean, he's already killing people, and that's going through the courts right now, too. But when you talk about putting boots on the ground in Venezuela, you better make sure that there's a very, very, very good reason, and you take it to the Congress, because war is usually the wrong answer. See the old woman walking down the street, stops, take a breath every couple of feet, spends her food money on medical bills. Big drug companies making profits off her ills. War ain't what she needs, with the sorrows that it breeds. War ain't what she needs. Let me try that one more time because I've been saying this song for quite a while. I wrote this back during when we were starting to get involved in the Iraq War. We saw how that went, right? That Iraq War that everybody was pushing us into, that Bush and his people were pushing us into a war in Iraq because they had weapons of mass destruction that turned out not to be true, that we sent a whole generation of young people to fight in wars. So if you're talking about going to war, Mr. President, you better think time and time and time again. You better think 100 times, and you better talk to Congress before you do any such foolish things. Because we've already been in too many wars that we shouldn't have been in. We need to make it harder to go to war, not easier. See the old woman walking down the street, stops, take a breath every couple of feet, spends her food money on medical bills, big drug companies making profits off her ills. War ain't what she needs, with the trouble that it brings. War ain't what she needs. War ain't what she needs, with the sorrow that it breeds. War ain't what she needs. See the young boy trying to learn. His head is weary and his eyes they burn. His dad's out of work, his mom cries all night. She's just trying to make things right. War ain't what he needs, with the sorrow that it breeds. War ain't what he needs. War ain't what we need, with the horrors that it bleeds. War ain't what we need. Homeless man, doorway for his bed, visions of another war running through his head. Spends all his money on what he can drink, spends all his time trying not to think about war. War ain't what he needs, with the horrors that it bleeds. War ain't what he needs. War ain't what we need, with the sorrow that it breeds. War ain't what we need. See the young man going off to war, doesn't even know what he's fighting for. Learns how to kill before he learns how to live. Comes back home with nothing to give but war. War ain't what he needs, with the horrors that it bleeds. War ain't what he needs. War, war ain't what we need, with the sorrow that it breeds. War ain't what we need. War, war ain't what we need, with the horrors that it breeds. War ain't what we need. See the young woman trying to give birth. The building shakes as the bombs hit the earth. The doctor says we're gonna lose the lights. They'd be lucky to make it through the night. War, war ain't what they need, with the horrors that it breeds. War ain't what we need. War, war ain't what we need, with the sorrows that it breeds. War ain't what we need, with the horrors that it bleeds. War ain't what we need. That's right. We all need to speak out against war. That should be the last resort of the last resort. We need to keep working towards peaceful resolutions all around the world and keep speaking out for peace, especially here in the United States. We've been in too many wars that we shouldn't have been involved in. And we see that after the fact. And so we need to keep speaking out, especially when people talk about, well, maybe we should go to war in Venezuela. No, that's probably the worst thing to talk about, the worst thing to think of doing. We need to find peaceful ways to resolve. So we need to keep speaking out. We need to keep getting involved. We need to keep peacefully protesting and speaking out against hatred and violence whenever you see it, whenever you hear it. Don't stand by while people speak hatred and speak violence. Don't cheer assassins. That's a shame. People cheering assassins, that's just a shame. And if people are talking about violence towards any official or any government employee, you need to speak out and say, no, we don't do that here. We don't do that in this country. We have a legal process and everybody gets to speak their minds, but we don't commit violence against people that are doing their jobs. And we don't commit violence against people that think differently than us. We work things through the legal process. And we need to speak up, continue to speak up for those who have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights. Too many people, tens of millions of people have been used for their labor and not been given a pathway to citizenship because a lot of people just wanted to use them for cheap labor and not make sure they had any rights in this country. For generations, for centuries, at least a century, since we outlawed slavery in this country, there have been people trying to find ways to take advantage of poor people and use them for their labor and not give them their rights. So for generations here in California and around the country, employers have been using people from other countries for their labor and not finding a pathway to citizenship for those people. We are not trying to become a country of servants and rulers. We are trying to become a country of equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. We don't want to have all of our employees come from another country and have no rights in this country. That's not what we are working towards. There are some countries who would be very happy with that setup, like the Arab Emirates, who have 88% of their workforce coming from other countries. Look it up. 88% of their workforce coming from other countries. And of course, they don't have the same rights as their citizens there. And maybe their citizens don't have great rights in that country either. But we are not working towards becoming a country like the Arab Emirates. I see all these commercials for Dubai and Abu Dhabi and places like that. We're not trying to be those places. Those places don't have equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. You can't speak out and make sure that everybody can thrive and survive in this richest, most powerful country in the world. And we need to continue to speak up and be part of the process here. Get involved in our democracy. And we need those tens of millions of people that have been left in the shadows to become citizens so that they can be part of our process and help us have a more vibrant democracy. We don't want to have a democracy that is run by only rich people, rich white people. We don't want only rich people that's called an oligarchy. When rich people run everything. We're supposed to be working towards more equal justice, a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. We're supposed to be working towards a better day for everybody all the time because we haven't gotten there yet. Anybody who tells you we've already reached equal rights, we don't have to talk about race anymore or this or that. We don't have to talk about the rights of those of different genders. We don't have to talk about the rights of those of different ethnicities. We do because we haven't gotten there yet. Whenever you hear somebody say, oh, come on, don't talk about that, say yes. Here in the United States, we do talk about that because we're trying to make things better for people. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart beats thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Because when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about you. It's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me. It's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you. It's about me. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz y amor. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Eveni shalom alechem, eveni shalom alechem, eveni shalom alechem, eveni shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. 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 Oh, it's all about love. That's right. It's just about spreading the peace and love around a little better, making sure that everybody can thrive and survive in this richest, most powerful country in the world. That we continue to integrate our society. That we continue to stand up for the rights of people. Right here in Santa Monica, California. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. Why is that? We don't need it to be that way. We need to continue to integrate our society. We don't want to have sections where only white people live, rich white people, and poor people live over in the other section, and people of color in those other sections. We don't want to do that. That's not what we're working towards in this country. We're working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. So we need to continue to integrate. So we have to build affordable housing, Santa Monica, right here. Tell your leaders, tell your neighborhood groups, maybe we should stop fighting against having any affordable housing in our neighborhood. How about that? How about we stop fighting about any effort to build affordable housing, like right over here on 4th Street, where they're now having pickleball courts. Pickleball for the poor, because homeless people don't need a front door, they need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Pickleball for the poor. Poor folks don't need no more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Oh, we're not going to let them play, but they can watch from far away and dream about that happy day when they can earn enough to pay to play pickleball. I need a piece. Thank you. That's fine. Pickleball for the poor. See, right over here on 4th Street there, right over there on 4th Street near Arizona, they tore down a parking structure a few years back. They've been talking about building affordable housing there since 2018. It is 2025 and they still haven't broken ground there for affordable housing. But right now they have pickleball courts over there and a pickleball store right next door. How you doing? Yeah, that's fine. How you doing? My name's Wade.
Wade. Thank you for doing good.
Thank you. And what's your name?
Just call me like John the Baptist.
John the Baptist.
I have been baptized.
Okay.
Like John the Baptist. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete.
All right.
So right now they have pickleball courts over there. I guess that's going to help the poor people somehow. I don't think so. Pickleball for the poor. Because homeless people don't need a front door. They need pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. What? Pickleball for the poor. Poor folks don't need no more than pickleball. Pickleball for the poor. Oh, we won't let them play, but they can watch from far away and dream about that happy day when they can earn enough to pay to play pickleball. That's right. That's right. The rich people say pickleball is more important than affordable housing. And if you believe that, you're part of the problem. If you believe pickleball is more important than building affordable housing, then you're part of the problem. You're part of the reason we are in a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis. We need to work towards making sure everybody has the basics. Like, thank you, peace. Like Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, he said, the test of our progress is not whether we add to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. Because he knew that in this country, the rich people are going to do fine. They don't even need a government. They're just going to take advantage of all the poor people. But it's the poor people and the working poor that need government to stand up.
I was in the military. Can I say something?
Yes.
I was in the military. Afghanistan, 20 years. We spent trillions of dollars. We got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. I make $4,818.31 a month for better benefits. Just for PTSD. They told me, don't go to war no more. You're too dangerous. Go back. You gonna start World War III. Take your ass back. I don't have PTSD. They just don't want me to kill Putin. World War III. No. Him and Trump butt buddies and King Jong-il butt buddies. But I'm the dude capable of unaliving them motherfuckers. They sent me to Montana with millionaires, behavioral health. You know, they even poor people, if you got medical insurance, about VA pay for it, $1 billion to keep me from unaliving these people. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have a cognitive behavioral health, something like that first thing. Mental, psychological, you know what I'm saying? Health. It's both, you know what I'm saying?
Professional health care.
Yeah, professional health care.
Yeah.
And we have Medi-Cal, we have, they don't want to shut down the Obama care and all that.
Are you in housing now?
No, the thing is, let me tell you something. I don't want to sleep in a comfortable bed. They said I'm not part of the homeless. You know what I mean? But hold up, let me tell you something. I was on the news in 3rd grade. I've been working construction since 3rd grade. The Matrix movie moved me so quick. Like 1999, I was thinking it's gonna come to interval. And I was thinking, okay, 1999. I'm still a teenager. See what I can do. I became certified, qualified, more qualified, certified, faster than any motherfucker. I'm talking about when I started at 3rd grade, I was on the news. We got flooded. Look at it. 3177 Canary Way is on Facebook. It's on Facebook right now. That's my mama's house. It was brown. They got flooded when the levees overflowed. Sorry to see a conversation when it comes. But I'm telling you how we could end homelessness. Right? So what happened was, it flooded. We had HUD housing. So the HUD hasn't had partnerships with people who want to own a house. Help these contractors who are licensed contractors, licensed electricians, journeymen, painters, all these journeyman electrician gets paid $75 an hour. I've been certified electrician. Like if you are a master electrician, foreman, journeyman electrician get paid $75 an hour. Okay? If you're a CEO and entrepreneur, there's no salary cap. Okay? So I've been certified construction design CBs. I'm a project manager. I don't look the part, but I hang out with homeless people. I give my money to the homeless. People know me, okay? But I'm not clout chasing. Salvation Army, that's my favorite church. That's the army I wrote. They help y'all. They help out the people. They got recreation center, homeless shelter. They feed people. They feed people every day, any time of the day. Shoot kids. I go on recreation center. I go on and on. I pay for the recreation center memberships. Like, go ahead, get that. Yeah, work out, man. Work it out, man. Because I go golf for free at the PA. You know what I mean? They don't do that for us folks. But I'm gonna do that for the friends with my day, you know what I mean? And the thing is, the Afghanistan should have never hurt my fellow service members. I'm going back to Afghanistan. Effective immediately. I'm gonna hit back. All that shit, artillery that we left in Afghanistan, that's big money. Money for wars, but can't keep the poor.
Yeah.
You seen that movie, Lord of War? Tanks and all that shit. I was CDL. Oh, my bad. I'm going to conversation. I'm certified. SEAL Team 18. Okay? Marine Corps, Fast Company, Special Forces.
Thank you for your service, and I hope you continue to help those in need and speak out for the rights of everybody to have a decent place to live in this richest, most powerful country in the world. Like you said, John, we spent plenty of money on wars. We should be able to spend money on making sure that everybody can have a decent place to live in this country. Trillions, that's right. We'll come through. We'll come through. A better day is on its way for me and you. And we'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue. And we'll come through. SEAL teams. That's right. Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I hope you continue to heal and to move forward and live the life that you would like to live to help people and help lift people up. After you've been through it, you've seen what the problems that can come from young people going into wars. So when our government talks about going into another war, I'm sure you want people to think about making the right choice and not rushing into another war. We need to spend more money on the needs of the people in this country, on housing and food and health care, and not spend so much on wars as we have done. Oh, we'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue, and we'll come through. I know times are bad, and I know people are suffering, and so many loved ones are sad, but we'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Oh, yes, we will. We'll come through. We'll come through. Any day, skies of gray will turn blue. And we'll come through. We will come through. We'll come through. We will come through. We'll come through. We will come through. Oh, yes, we will. We'll come through. We'll come through. We'll come through. Oh, yes, we will. Oh, we'll come through.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, that's what I'm on right now. Wade Kelley, WADEKELLEY.
Okay, I'm going to get on right now. Come on, man. I'll subscribe. No, don't put on.
Okay.
All right. All right.
WADEKELL.
I'm on drugs. You saying I'm on drugs? Hold up, homie. I'm on drugs.
Don't.
I'm on drugs.
They're probably talking about me.
No. Hold up. Okay.
Don't.
Okay, hold. Let me show you. Okay. All right. Let me show you my life. You want to see my challenge coins? Wait. I'm on drugs. I'm on drugs. Get this right here. Right here. Seal Swick Expedition Warfare. That's my real motherfucking name, dog. I got none of fucking hide.
Okay.
You to hide from the safety of freedom of speech. You're protected by military.
That's right. You fought for the right of people to peacefully speak their minds, even if we disagree with it, and that's the beautiful thing about this country. That's one of the most beautiful things about this country is my right to peacefully protest right here on this promenade and speak up for the rights of the homeless and those in need and speak out against our leaders who would treat people poorly because they're poor and they're homeless and blame the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. We need to speak up against that. And too many of our leaders are saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy.
I'm calling him out.
All right, that's okay.
Okay, I got you on.
Peace. They say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with drugs. That's what they say. You know, a lot of people want to blame the poor people. They're all on the drugs. That's what they say about the poor people. You know, there's a lot of people on drugs in this country, but they want to blame the poor and the homeless for just being drug addicts, and they want to make them all look like they're worthless. And we need to stand up for the rights of every human being in this country.
Can I say some more?
Okay.
I know a cancer recipient. Her medical expenses are too expensive. She has to live out the streets. Okay? Is she on drugs? Okay, I respect.
And that's the number one cause of bankruptcy in this country is healthcare costs. That's still the number one cause of bankruptcy in this country, healthcare costs. And that is just a shame. We need to make sure that we have the basics for everybody in this country. We have too many of our leaders blaming the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless. We need leaders who will help lift people out of poverty and make things better for those in need. Too many of our leaders are saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. They'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. They'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless, that's what they say. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. All the rich folks want to help you if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther. A little farther. A little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. They'll find a way to ticket you no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. You gotta get a yacht, you know what I mean? All the rich folks wanna help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. We are going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with all kinds of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich.
What's your website? Also, your YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel is WADEKELLEY.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. 2 E's. KELLEY.
Oh, okay. It's 2 E's. Kelley. I thought it was Kelley. Find it? Yes, I find it. Okay, wait, Kelley. I'm not Latino, okay? I'm American. Okay?
De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right. We got people from all different races, religions, ethnicities, beliefs, genders, different ethnicities, different nationalities. People coming here from all over the world. That's a beautiful thing about this country. And that's the thing we need to celebrate. People have come from all over the world, different countries, and we need to stand up for the rights of those people that have been used for their labor for generations in this country and not been given their pathway to citizenship. Because we know that it's just the rich people taking advantage of the poor wages, poor workers, and not giving them rights. We need to find a pathway to citizenship for all those who have been left in the shadows for too long and not been given a pathway to citizenship to become part of our democracy. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. One more time. Ay, canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest west to the Gulf Stream water. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's work to make sure this land is made for you and me. Hey! That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody because we haven't gotten there yet. Got to keep speaking out. I'm going to keep speaking out. I hope you do too. I hope you get involved. I hope you get involved in this gubernatorial race coming up here in California. Make sure we get a real progressive leader who will stand up for the rights of poor people, stand up for the rights of human beings, and find a pathway to citizenship. That has to be worked out among the federal. But here in California, we can keep standing up for the rights of people and build affordable housing, make sure everybody can have a decent place to live, food to eat, and good public education. California, we're ranked 21st in spending on public education. That's a shame, California. We're the fourth largest economy in the whole wide world. We don't have to wait for the federal government. We need to spend more money on public education right here in California. Keep spending money on those low-income area schools until the rich people want to send their kids to those schools. Then you will know we have done enough. But until then, we got a long ways to go. And we need to make sure that everybody can have a decent place to live in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. That ain't too much to ask. No, it ain't. We live in the land of milk and honey. There's plenty, 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 plenty. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing. How you doing? All right, good to see you. That there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. So listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love. That's right. We just got to keep spreading it around a little better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. We'll keep working towards a better day for everybody. What do you got there?
No, I'm trying to see. It's not refreshing for some reason.
Oh, really?
Is he still talking to my?
All right.
Mine said 3 people. Yours says 2 people. It's not scrolling. I don't touch your phone without permission.
With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face. Just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells me you're standing near, and with the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a love such as ours came to be? What's going on?
No, your homie keep talking shit. Your top contributor.
All right.
Okay. I'll be his top contributor. Okay. All right. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Thank you, please. With the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? Yet I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face. Just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells me you're standing near, and with the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? Yet I always knew I would live life through. Thank you. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you very much. Take a picture? Sure. Thank you, Peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you, Peace. With a song in my heart for you. I'd love it if you sent one to me. You see, take a picture of that. There's my information. For sure. With the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be. Yet I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. That's right. Got to find room for love songs. Keep working towards a better day. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Housing the homeless. Common sense gun laws. Have you killed a gun today? Have you sent a gun away? Have you helped to solve a crime before it's done? See, the gun won't even mind. It's not part of humankind. Everyone should kill a gun. Have you killed a gun today? Have you put a gun away? Have you ended it before it's deadly?
Yo, Rolly's still talking shit, man.
I hope nobody's talking crap on my page.
Stop talking that shit, homie.
Peace and love. Well, a gun won't feel no pain. It doesn't even have a brain. Everyone should kill a gun.
This is my piece, homie. Yo, fucking head.
Everyone should kill a gun today. There's more guns than people in the US of A. Guns don't feel, they don't bleed, they don't cry. Everyone should kill a gun. Everyone should kill a gun today. It really pisses off the NRA. Guns don't feel, they don't bleed.
Just gonna need your ID. You have.
I'm getting a statement.
He's gonna get it, bro.
Oh, I feel bad. He took it. All right, everything's okay. I'm fine. I got my phone back.
Can you get off of live stream,
I
please?
will just.
I need to.
I'm saying
well, this
goodbye.
is important.
I understand that. Thank you. Peace. I'm sure people were very upset by this whole thing, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.